Hi, my name is Joyanne Morgan, and I am the parent of twins in the BU program. My son Theo is starting his 4th year. My daughter was here for 1 year, and then she didn't come back, but she's back now. She's decided to join her brother for drumming. I want to talk to you about the value that BU has, not just to my children, but to all the children in the program. And full disclosure, I'm a retired principal. I'm in my 3rd year of retirement. So I'm going to talk about the social emotional piece because that's a critical part of what's missing for our children in their traditional education programs at school. When children come to Brooklyn United, they're part of a brotherhood and a sisterhood, and they're part of a village of parents who take the responsibility seriously of providing for, caring for children, and everybody takes responsibility for all the children, not just their children. So as a retired principal, I love that because in a traditional school, it costs money to provide these social emotional programs. And when there are budget cuts, the first thing that goes are the things that are considered outside of the reading, writing, and arithmetic program. So arts go, music, dance, any program that doesn't directly feed into state scores are easily cut. Here at Brooklyn United, children are getting that, the music, the arts. They're getting the social emotional piece through the brotherhood and the sisterhood. Also, they're having they're getting to work with people who are, for example, my son is working with male teachers. In his elementary school, he was surrounded by women. And so when he came here and he was around a lot of young men and male teachers teaching him, that was filling a need that he had that he wasn't getting in his regular school program. As a mom, my children are here and they're getting something that I want them to have in terms of the character development, the work ethics. They're held accountable for showing up, but not just showing up with the tools that they're supposed to have, with the attitude they're supposed to have, with the work ethics, with the commitment that they're a part of something that is greater than themselves. So it's not just about them as individuals, you're part of a drum line. And what you do affect the entire brotherhood or sisterhood. So you have to show up not just for yourself, you have to show up for your drum brothers and your drum sisters, or for dancers, for their dance sisters. And I think that's gonna help them in terms of being good citizens. It teaches them to show up as part of a community, or as Ty says, a part of a village. We're part of the Brooklyn United village, and we hold them accountable. The rules are tight, but the rules are tight because they have to follow rules in society. So they have to learn how to show up on time. Being late is not okay because when you show up late on a job, you could lose a job. So the work ethics that they're getting, the discipline, knowing that you have to practice on your own and show up knowing what you need to know. It's just the accountability. So for me as a parent, that's helping me with the work that I'm trying to do to raise children in the way they ought to go. When they come to Brooklyn United, that's another extension of family, teaching them and holding them accountable. So I love the program. My son is in his 4th year. My daughter is here for her 2nd year. And I see the growth, I see the benefit, especially for my son. Brooklyn United has become the thing that I use to hold him accountable. If he doesn't do what he needs to do at home or at school, then he can't come to rehearsal. He has to stay home and work on it. And he wants to come to BU 3 times a week. So he makes sure whatever he needs to take care of is taken care of. So when he needs to show up at 5 o'clock, 3 days a week, there's no reason for me to say, oh, you can't go because you didn't do X, Y, or Z. He takes care of it. So it's more than just drumming and dancing. We're not trying to create, drummers and dancers. We're trying to create good citizens. And I think That's really the value that the program brings. They're using drumming and dancing to do what Ty says, you know, change lives one beat at a time. And I'm just one mom that can speak to the value because I see the change that it's made in my children. Thank you.